Kurog sealed the route to the moot, didn't he? Damn it. Most of my contacts have gone deep into hiding, and we're no closer to saving the chiefs than we were when I scraped you up off the floor of the keep. Let me see that. You can get to the moot through the temple. I had no idea that path even existed. But they sent soldiers after Solgra, that's bad. We need a new plan, and we need it now. You go ahead to the temple and check on the High Priestess. Everly and I have one more place where we can look for some help. If we're successful, it might make the path to the moot slightly less complicated. I'm well aware of that. I'm counting on the start of the moot to keep them distracted. But we won't take any unnecessary chances. We need Solgra alive to tell her side of the story. Then we can get to the moot and save the chiefs. You've done more for me and my people than I could have ever expected. I appreciate that. It shows you have honor. Now get to the temple and make sure the High Priestess is all right. We need her alive. Temple. Besieged by weapon-wielding fanatics twice in the same season. It's insane. Kurog has set this avalanche in motion. Now it's up to us to try to stop it. I know you will. I've seen you in action. I have a feeling that the fate of Hrothgar depends on what we do next. Our actions, whether we succeed or fail, will determine the future of Orsinium and the Orc people. How could it not? The temple, the moot. Those are the fires that will test our mettle. We'll either come out stronger or be consumed in the flames. Now go help Solgra.
Sisters, we're in no condition to chase after anyone. Soldiers want to talk to Solgra. It must be for a good reason. We need to stay out of their way. This isn't a good time to visit the temple. We have a bit of a situation. I humbly suggest that you come back later. If this is about that incident with the fanatics, you should take it up with the king. In these difficult times, misunderstandings can quickly spiral out of control and lead to situations we'd all rather avoid. But, no, very well. When the king's soldiers banged on the door, she ran up the stairs and outside. The soldiers knocked us aside and chased after her. I don't know what Solgra did, but she's clearly made someone very angry. Not a word. She appeared to be as surprised as we were when the soldiers barged in. Normally, Solgra is so proper. If the soldiers hadn't had their weapons drawn, I'm sure she would have gone with him quietly. There she is! Don't let the traitor get away!
Tell the king I'll play no part in his political games. What in Trinamac's name is going on? Why did Kurog send soldiers after me? They acted like I'd done something horrible. I didn't want to show it, but I was frightened for my life. I'm just glad you arrived when you did. Voshrak? I don't understand. But no, they didn't hurt me. Not for lack of trying, though. So tell me, what kind of trouble are we in now? What a ridiculous notion. Trinamac promotes unity and civilization, not anarchy and violence like those Voshrak fanatics claim. Dare I ask? Tell me, who do we have to thank for this terrible situation? We can't allow that to happen. But why have you come to help me? The clan chiefs are more important. You should be at the moot, doing whatever you can to foil the king's dastardly plan. There's a path to the moot through the temple. Perhaps via the old tunnels. Yes, that must be the way. Here, take this key. It opens the library. If there really are old tunnels under the temple, the way to access them is probably in there.
There she is! My arrow will
Behind
find
you!
its mark.
On the ledges! More soldiers! Quick, let's get... Aha!
High Priestess, no!
She's down! Make sure none of her allies survive!
Get the assassin! I'll take Solgra back to the temple. Go!
Stop them! Don't let the traitors get past you! I surrender! I surrender! You killed some of our best soldiers. I know when I'm outmatched. I have my orders. Don't you know that High Priestess Solbra is a criminal, an enemy of the Orsimer? She's the leader of the Voshrak. You should thank me for what I've done. How would I know such a thing? I'm just a simple soldier. I'm not a cultist in disguise. And even if I were, you can't prove a thing. Do with me as you will, outsider. I serve a higher cause. You're going to let me live? The Forge Mother was right. You are a coward. There's no iron in your spine. You can't win, outsider. Trinamac is on our side after all. You'll regret letting me live, but I'll enjoy watching the king tear you apart.
They were soldiers. Trying to stop them would have only put us all in danger.
Could have done something. You're cowards. All of you.
Everly, enough. Solgra's gone. More priests getting killed wouldn't have changed
I
that.
should have been here. To save her.
Her death was quick, if that makes you feel any better. What in Malakouth's name happened out there? Solgra didn't deserve this fate. As much as I disagreed with her, she was a good person, a caring person. Kurog has gone too far this time. He has to be stopped. Did Solgra know about the tunnels beneath the temple? Was she able to tell you how we can reach the moot before more people die? This isn't going to be like swimming in mud with the Argonians. We're talking about defying the king. At best, we'll be branded as Kingslayers. At worst, we'll be dead. This isn't your fight. Not really. Are you still ready to go through with this? Then we take the fight to Kurog and Alga. If they refuse to give up their mad plans, then we fight on until one side or the other has been defeated. Kurog's reign ends today. So swears Basrog of Clan Farum. So swears Basrog of the Orsama. May Trinimac take you to your final reward, High Priestess.
Chief Basrog, I thought you were a firm believer in Malakath.
There is no place for a gentle soul in the Ashen Forge, priest. So why not let Trinimac have her?
Goodbye, my friend. I'm going to miss you.
We'll never find anything in here. Look around and see if you can find something that looks like a hidden passage.
I'll check over here.
You'd think that temple priests would be neater. These manuscripts are all over the place. Start searching. We've got to find a way into the tunnels. Look everywhere. It'll probably be something odd or out of place, like those switches over there. But this is a library. Maybe one of these dusty old tomes can help. There's bound to be a book that talks about the construction of the temple in here. I'll be a puny dark elf. You found it. I guess we're climbing down that hole.
I knew you could do it. Now let's go stop the king.
That gate doesn't appear to be locked. Go on. I'm right behind you.
Silence, chiefs! Your constant bickering has plagued our people for long enough.
Kurog's belittling the chiefs. They won't stand.
You isolate yourselves in your own strongholds, perpetuating our selfish nature. We must change who and what we are.
Kurog's got a point. We're still going to kill the bastard, right?
I tried to appeal to you as equals, but you refused to listen. I grow tired of arguing with you.
The king cares for our people, and all you do is break his heart.
One. The murderless king and his lunatic getting close. Be ready for anything.
Sounds like the time I walked in on an Imda courting ritual. Cleanse this land!
Torch it!
Then honest to...
Choice is simple. Kneel before me as your king and ruler of the United Orsaman nation, or die!
We need to move faster. Kurog's about to start slaughtering the chiefs.
Light it!
Once we get inside, find Kurog and take him down. We need to save as many chiefs as we can. There's still time if we move fast. We need to open
There's no lever. They must have shut it from the other side.
Stand aside and let me work. Get ready to get those people out of there.
You leave me no choice. I'll unite the clans over your dead bodies.
I'll take
Archers,
care of the archers.
eliminate the clan chiefs!
We've been betrayed. Defend yourselves!
And now the last guest has arrived. I'm gonna make you pay for your disloyal rock.
Clan chiefs, over here.
Don't let yourself turn.
Hurry! This gate is heavier than it looks.
Impressive as always, but it doesn't matter. My soldiers are already moving to block the... But even impressive criminals must pay for their crimes. I'm gonna deal with you, personally. Bow before the king of the... You shall die with the others, fool! Mother, burn them all! I pity those who deny my rule. Mother, I will end this! Mother! No! I demand a blood price for my mother's death! I will spit on your corpse! Die by my sword, wretch! Mother, grant me your power. May the fires of your forge engulf the traitors. Burn in the fires of the forge, Mother!
You fought valiantly, bravely. Maybe the best display of martial skill I've ever seen. I just wish we weren't forced to become Kingslayers. Kurog and his mother are dead, but look at the price he made us pay. The murdered chiefs, but they're just the tip of Malakath's tusk. More orcs will die as they fight to take control of their clans, all the while ignoring the approach of winter and the coming starvation. I have seen enough death for 2 lifetimes. No. Kurog went from good intentions to madness faster than a hawker swallows a bucket of fish. Killing him was the right thing to do. In the end, he left us no choice. How could it not? Once Kurog was like a brother to me. He was a great orc, a visionary, before his mother corrupted him. But I've become as gloomy as a drunken dark elf on a rainy day. Must be because Kurog won, despite everything we did. Please, enough talk. I want to be alone for a while. Think about what happened here and what has to happen next. Meet me back at the keep. We'll continue this discussion then, and you'll get the explanation you desire. May your path to the Ashen Forge be lit with the braziers of courage, my one-time blade brother.
The clans. You earned their respect by what you did in there. Follow me. I can lead you back to the keep. The path should be safe enough now. Just stay close and follow me.
You're just in time. We've finished clearing out the Voshrock, and the remaining chiefs are waiting for me to address them. But word of Kurog's death is spreading through the city like wildfire. I don't know how to... Not completely. I'm sure there are still pockets of deluded cultists hiding throughout the countryside. We'll deal with them eventually. Right now, I need to figure out what to do with the clans that lost their chiefs. And with this damnable city. Kurog dreamed of a united Orcimer nation. Of all Orc clans standing shoulder to shoulder as equals with the other races. Despite everything that happened, I think he's going to get his wish. It will all become clear in time. Right now, I need to talk to the chiefs. Figure out how we're going to stabilize the clans without the need for more death and destruction. If you're up to it, I have one more favor to ask of you. You came to Hrothgar to help Kurog unite our people and rebuild this great city. Despite how we got here, you accomplished everything the king asked of you. Now I have a request. You're willing to provide one more service to the orcs. This last favor is of a more personal nature. I want to give Kurog a proper funeral, to honor him for the warrior and leader he was, and not the crazed despot he turned out to be. I do. Kurog was my friend once. And he was a great orc before his ambition got the better of him. Besides, the people need to know the whole truth. The good as well as the bad. The traditional orc requiem is just what we need to get past this. Take these notes and deliver them. Everyone should be somewhere in the city. Make them listen to you. Get them to attend Kurog's funeral. Meanwhile, I'll make sure everything is prepared for the ceremony. On your way back, after you've delivered the letters, stop by the King's Corner Club, speak to the barkeep, and get a bottle of Kurog's favorite ale. It's foul stuff, but he loved it. We'll use it to drink to his memory at the service. Happy? What an odd question. To tell you the truth, I never thought I'd live to see the city rise again, but I've been wrong before. You're a good example of that. If you're asking if I'm proud of what Kurog created, then yes. I guess I am. The thought has crossed my mind. At least under Kurog as part of the Daggerfall Covenant, we were considered strong. We had allies. That's something I need to think about. I used to dismiss Kurog and his deals with our enemies. Now I'm not so sure. Emmerich's agreement was with Kurog, not the clan chiefs. We need to discuss our options and make a decision. Hopefully before the next siege camp sets up outside our walls. Mostly to people you know. People who helped us stop Kurog and the Vashrak. There are also a few friends of mine. We trained together not long ago, but they recently returned to Hrothgar. I want them to see what happened here. There's Bizra, who rarely removes her war paint. She'll tell you to tusk off, but give her the letter anyway. The other one, he's a unique character. Has a code of honor all his own. If Bizra is here, he won't be far from her side. The chiefs and I discussed this. We think it's better to remember Kurog for who he was rather than vilify him as a tyrant. We honor the orc I knew as a friend, not the one I fought with as a rival and an enemy. We fought side by side long ago. When he left Hrothgar to become a mercenary, I went with him. It was a glorious time. But I had responsibilities to return to. When next I saw my friend, he was making his own challenge to become chief of his clan. Kurog struck a deal with High King Emmerich, agreed to support the Breton ruler and Rancer's war in exchange for the return of Hrothgar. That's when he declared himself king. Some of us were furious with him, but his actions saved countless lives.